Welcome to Oxford Community Television. Oxford football are picking up our first home game with the junior varsity Wildcats. Freshman Wildcats just picked up a loss against Romeo. Big first game of the year. Oxford JV in town with the Romeo Bulldogs. Romeo Bulldogs here. Our varsity team travels on the road, I believe, this week. They'll be in Romeo. We'll be back here doing varsity all season long. Looking forward to some great football coming to you. We'll pick it up at the opening kickoff right here at the stadium. It's Oxford football back on Oxford Community Television. Good afternoon. Great to have you along with us. Yes, at the Oxford Stadium right now, and junior varsity taking on Romeo. About ready for the kickoff. Romeo kicking off to Oxford, and a big long boot here for the junior varsity opening season here. Number 2 taking the ball for Oxford. He gets stopped up. Anthony Asciuto on the carry. Probably stopped up back at about the, looks like maybe the 15, 16-yard line. Yours truly, Jim Hughes. Good to have you with us. Broadcast crew tonight. We have the Rover. That would be Hollywood and Joe Hewitt on camera. Dan White's on the board, and yours truly calling the entire game. So here we go. Freshman picked up a loss. Oxford freshman picked up a loss. Big win for the Romeo Bulldogs. Oxford will be playing Romeo in their field. I believe it's next week sometime, or Friday. Cats try to get something going offensively, and they'll get stopped up. No gain on the play there. 2nd and 10 to go. Again, he'll shoot up, try to get some offense going on there. 2nd down right now and 10 as the Oxford Wildcats have the ball in the first possession here of the game. Again, earlier tonight, Oxford lost. Romeo picked up a win 28-12 over the freshmen. We were here catching part of that game. Kind of a warm night tonight here. Not too bad, though, as the JV take the field. It's kind of cooler than it was for the freshmen. Over center, number 3, your quarterback, Eli Carpenter, hands off to Asciuto. 2nd and 7, gets about 3 on that one. That'll be 3rd and 5, I should say. 3rd and 5, he picked up a few on that one. Good sized crowd here for a late August football game. Eli Carpenter in the shotgun. Takes the ball, looking for someone to pass to, and he gets it off to number 5, Chase Beal. That'll pick up, I believe that picks up the first down. Yes, they'll move the chains. Big voice you hear on the stadium. J.R. Lackner back doing that for them. Calling the game. Called the game earlier with the freshmen. Great to have you with us. And we're back to some offense here. About 5 yards on the play. Again, we want to thank some businesses for helping us out. They're going to be helping us out for the varsity. We'll give them a special mention today at today's game. And one of the reasons why we're able to cover the junior varsity, because of their help with our varsity team. Want to thank Health Quest of Oxford. Want to thank Myers and also Oxford Bank. We're going to give them a special shout out. We're able to cover this JV game because of the fact that we are going to be sponsored by the varsity. In the shotgun, he's over center. Number 3, he holds on to the ball, looking for someone to get an outlet. Passes it off. It's successful to number 30. Who stopped up by a bunch of Bulldogs. Number 30 there, Liam O'Neill. And that'll move the chains once again. Another first down as they march down the field in this first offensive campaign. And they're right here at the 50-yard line. A little bit shy of about 45, we're seeing him here. Takes it out of the shotgun. He's on the run. He's in trouble, and he'll get pushed out of bounds. Number 3, Eli Carpenter on the keeper. Romeo Bulldog. There's number 74 just pounding on his head for some reason. Not quite sure what's going on there, but maybe he thought he could have got the QB for Oxford. Oxford in the huddle right now. Again, great to have you with us on some opening 2022 football here at the stadium. Eli Carpenter in the shotgun once again. Has three out. Hands off to number 7 as he pushes through for about a 5-yard gain. Dawson Ballerini. He gets about 5 on now, about 4 on the play. That'll give him scoreboard not really reflecting what they're at right now, because I believe that should be a 2nd and 6, but I could be wrong on that. Playing it over center, number 3, Eli Carpenter's lined up. Hands off, or holds on to the ball. He's looking for someone to throw it to, and he throws it an interception to number 16, Gavin Vander Haverbeck. Picks the pickoff of from the number 3 throw by Eli Carpenter, and that'll be a turnover to the Bulldogs as Oxford gives up the ball. A beautifully lofted ball. It just was lofted to the wrong color. So the Bulldogs start their offensive campaign down deep in their own territory on an interception by Gavin Vander Haverbeck, who was there to pick it off from Eli Carpenter. Lining up in the shotgun for Romeo. Man in motion. They call something here. Number 12, their quarterback, Alex Roberson. A yellow flag on. False start called on Romeo. Should be about a 5-yard penalty. That'll stack them up at 1st and 15. First and 15 for the Bulldogs. Cats are setting up defensively. Out of the shotgun, Alex Roberson for the Bulldogs. Hands off right up the middle he goes. It's number, I believe it's 40. We'll find out here in a second. 42, and that would be Silvio Palumbo. Ballerini stopped him on that one. .742 in the first quarter of action here. Bulldogs on a offensive charge after a turnover by the Wildcats. 33 off on the races. He's going home and taking it in for the Bulldog touchdown. Joey Badalamenti for the Bulldogs. They'll send them up on the board at 6-0 as of right now. And they'll line up for the extra point. Again, Romeo Bulldogs go up on the board. And it all got started back with a turnover by Oxford. Number, it looks like 18, Jason Molenbeek on the kick. Holding number 3, Max Fountain. Boots it through the air, and there you go with a extra point. And they're on the board 7-0 against your Wildcats. Cats will get a chance to go back offensively here shortly as they'll kick off the ball again as we get underway here in the first quarter, still at 7:23. And again, the Bulldogs on the board already. Pretty big Bulldog line over there. They got a pretty big contingent of fans as well. You got to remember, we're taping this here in August, the end of August, and again, it's still a lot of fans here in the stadium. Yes, next Friday we'll be here in the studio or at the stadium here, and you'll want to catch it here because we're the only place you're really going to want to catch it at here on Oxford Community Television. Boot to Oxford, and he'll grab the ball, and something will go down here. I'm not quite sure. Flag called on the play already. Back in the field here by the Bulldogs. Could be a Bulldog problem. Again, we do mention earlier we want to thank our sponsors for the helping us out with varsity football. Maybe there's an event your business would like to help us out and sponsor. It helps so we can do other games and other things throughout the community. Contact our office at 248-628-9658. You will be we'll be more than happy to help you set something up to where you can sponsor anything on our programming channel. Procedure called here on the Bulldogs. It'll set them back for the kickoff, which really probably was beneficial for Oxford because they didn't quite get a good reception on that. So it'll be another chance here for the Bulldogs. They'll boot it up, big long boot, and your receiver will catch it here. We'll see what happens for Oxford. He is off to the races, gets stopped up at about, let's say, the 30. They'll begin a 1st and 10 campaign here to hopefully go up on the board shortly. .716 here with the first quarter of action underway. Saw a touchdown right off the bat by the Bulldogs. Cats got to get something on the board here offensively. Out of the shotgun, number 3, Eli Carpenter. Takes a high ball out of the shotgun and gives him a little trouble. He's scrambling, looking to pass it off on the outlet, and he won't get any yardage, but he'll save the down. Probably on about a 3-yard loss on that. It'll be like 2nd and 13. Second and 15 there. He loses 5 on that one. Carpenter over center, looking to set something up here offensively. Hands off the ball, up the middle he goes. Bam, brought down for even another loss. This will be 16 out now, 16, 17 out. Vanderbeck was the gentleman who caught that interception just a bit ago to put them on the board on that turnover from the defense, and actually just got the stop there. 5:49, the clock ticks. The Wildcats trying to do something here. Eli Carpenter over center. Carpenter back looking for something, and he is getting stopped up, and he's in trouble. He's going to try to toss it out. Found himself in trouble in the backfield. 4th down, and the Bulldogs are going to probably get it a very comfortable position for them. Number 9 going to punt the ball for Oxford. That would be Dean Rice in the back. The Wildcats are going to have to find their offense here soon because they are in that last campaign not as he bobbles the ball on that, and it'll get dropped at about the 50. The guy will pick it up, and he's going to go for the run, and there's a flag on the play. Not quite sure where this is going. It could be against Romeo. I'm not quite sure. I think he would be allowed to. I think it might be against Romeo. They should have let the ball stand there, and he picked it up and ran. So it's going to be against Romeo. Illegal. Romeo on the hold. That'll give him 5 on from where I guess the ball landed at the 50. Should take him back to the 45. Was that a 10-yard penalty? 10 yards back, right about from where the ball fell. Okay, the Romeo Bulldogs and their second chance here on the offensive line for them. Back in the shotgun, Romeo, number 12, hands off to 42, the guy, the power runner, Silvio Palumbo. Number 12 in the shotgun for Romeo, Alex Roberson. Cats trying to set their defense up. Roberson back in the shotgun, tries to loft it out. He gets it, successful 16. He takes the ball and he's going to take it all the way home for a TD. Gavin Van Heverbeck on the score on the pass from Roberson. Romeo goes on the board for number 2 of the day here. And what might be a long game? 4:06 here, and the lineup for the kick, number 28, Joseph Salage, I would say. Or maybe it's 18. I got to see the number. I'm having a hard time seeing the number here. Boots it through, though. He does what he has to do. That's 28. Yes, Joseph Shalaj. And the Bulldogs are on the board for 14, and we're 4:06 in out of the first quarter of action here. And the stadium is quiet. And the Bulldogs are ready to kick it off again. They've been their team out there has been out there probably longer than both sides here. Oxford's out to receive once again, 14-0 right now. It's 4:06 in the first quarter of action. Cats are going to have to find the offense here somewhere. Late arrival to the match here, number 29. Trying to get out to the field. Here we go as a kickoff for bingo. Deep kick from the kicker, fielded here by your Wildcat, number 2. Gets stopped up right about, I'm going to say about the 23-yard line. Picciuto got the ball and saw what he could do offensively. Here we go again. Carpenter here to lead the troops down the field, hopefully to a score. Carpenter hands it off to number 7, Dawson Ballerini. Gets stopped up right about the line, maybe a loss on the play. Clock ticks down at 3:31 right now. Oxford varsity will be at the, I believe they're in Romeo, and I want to say that's Friday night if you want to catch that game. Following week, we'll be back here at the stadium for the Oxford first home game of Oxford here. Can't get stopped up once again before they get anywhere. O'Neal with it. I think he gets a loss of about 2 on that one. 2:49, the clock ticks down, and the Wildcats are trying to do something. Carpenter over center. Has a wide out, 2 wideouts, looking for possibly a pass play here. Rolls out to the right side, holds on to it. He passes it to a successful pass there. Number, I believe that's 30. Liam O'Neal on the reception. That'll move the chains up to first down territory for the Wildcats. Gotta love JR when he hears the first downs, man. He announces them pretty loud. First and 10 for your Wildcats on their, I guess you would say this is their 3rd charge up the field. On that turnover earlier, they lost the ball, and then obviously, well, again, we'll just move forward, I guess, from here on out. 2:07 here, 14-0 right now. Cats trying to get on the board here. They roll through number 3 with the ball. He gets up to maybe about a 5-yard gain, and that's Carpenter on the keeper. Zyrick, number 44, at the stop up for Romeo. They got a big front line there in the defense, and that explains why Oxford's having a bit of a challenge there trying to march that ball downfield. The junior varsity, they show a pretty heavy line up here. Carpenter's trying to get some protection there. Carpenter over center, 2 on the one on the right, 1 on the left. You have wideouts here. Carpenter looking for a pass play. He's in trouble. He's got 2 red shirts. Boom, on the ground he goes at about probably a 7-yard loss on the play. Buck 12, and they're going to flip the ends here. We're hoping to see something here for your Wildcats. Nice night here at the stadium. Hopefully the Cats can maybe pick something up here. Eli Carpenter runs back to see what they're going to call. The coach calling the play for him here. Again, that big front line here by Romeo. Their defense is pretty big, pretty stacked up. Carpenter out of the shotgun. Gets the ball. He has trouble again. He's not getting protection. They're throwing a flag on the play, and Carpenter will get sent out of bounds at the Oxford side here. There's some laundry on the carpet, though. And it looks like it might be holding on Oxford at the point. It could be holding. Or illegal motion. And Oxford does not need that right now. Holding, and the Bulldogs decline the penalty. That'll take it down to 4th and 15 here. Got about 29 ticks here in the first quarter. Lining up here for the punt, and probably something we don't need is to have the Bulldogs with the ball again. Long punt, and it bounces. It's actually more of a Romeo bounce. Kicked down to about the 22, but it took a big bounce backwards. Yeah, I guess you'd call that a Romeo bounce. 16 right now to 16 ticks on the clock. Cats are down by 14. So flip the ends here shortly. Clock ticks down. I'm not sure they're going to get the play off in time. They might, and they do. Run around the right side. Can't stop them up. That should be the end of the first quarter of play. At the end of one, Romeo leading this one 14-0. Picking it up here in the second quarter. We're going to take a break, Dan. For your Oxford team here, broadcasting the game, Dan Weiss, Joe Hewitt, and Hollywood Joe. I'm Jim Hughes. We'll be back with more right after this. And we're back with you. Second quarter action here. We get underway with it. The Cats are on the defense again. Pass off by number 12 and getting some yardage on it for a first down. Number 12, Alex Roberson. Alex Roberson did the run. I'm not quite sure who had the ball. Roberson ended up with it. He's actually their quarterback. And there'll be 1st and 10 here. .79 on the quarterback for Romeo. Their number 79 is Marcelo Ioko. A little bit of a trick play there. Romeo throwing some trick stuff in. Over center in the shotgun. Number 12 hands off to, I believe that's going to be 42. Roberson hands off to Barrett. Barrett on the stop on that one. Palumbo, we seem to be hearing his name a lot with Romeo tonight, and that's who they're going to have to stop because he's the one getting a lot of yardage for the Dogs. Great to bring you these football games here on OCTV. I'm happy to be here. Jim Hughes, thank you for stopping by. Out of the shotgun. And he hands it off to number 42 once again, and we've come to know that number, Silvio Palumbo. Palumbo pulls up on a first down, too, gets to march on down the field with that. Defense trying to put the stop on him, but every time Palumbo gets the ball, it's a 10-yard run. And that's all you need to do. You're up by 14. You can just, the clock is definitely on your side right now. Alex Roberson comes to the, well, he's on the shotgun once again. Looks like he's lining up for Palumbo, number 42. We'll see. 2 on the wideout, looking for a pass play. He gets dropped over to number 21. He gets around the corner. Gets past 2 Wildcats, gets past 3 Wildcats. Number 21 on the carry, Mario DeCilio. And that's should be good for just about a first down here. And they're almost halfway down to the end zone here. Trying to paint a bleak picture here, but the Cats got to start digging in. Combination between number 12 and 42 is every time he hands off again, it's a 10-yard run. There's a bit of a penalty going here against the Bulldogs. It looked like it might have been about a 15er on that. See what that's about. Not quite sure what the penalty was. Who's holding? Out of the shotgun, bad snap for number 12. He rolls around. He's going to keep it. He gets stopped up right at about the original line of scrimmage. That was Roberson on the keeper. As the clock ticks down, 8:52 second quarter. Once again, you're watching Oxford football, Oxford Community Television, junior varsity football tonight. Number 12, Roberson, in the shotgun. Looks like he's lining up to hand off Palumbo, and he does that. Or number 44, actually. That's a new runner there. That would be Joey Zirek. Zirek gets about 5 to 6 yards, just chewing away that land against the Wildcats. Yellow flag again. We got laundry on the carpet. Looks like it's going against the Bulldogs once again. Bulldogs hurting themselves just on penalties alone right now. Their offense is, and Oxford's getting a big break there because of the fact is their offense is chewing up some yards. Another holding call against your Bulldogs. That'll send them back again to, it looks like it's going to be about second and about 20. And the combination we've come to know and love. Roberson looking for Palumbo. Holds on to the ball. Palumbo passes it off to number 83, who gets up to about just about the line of scrimmage, or a little past the line of scrimmage. 83 for the other team would be Jackson Swartz. Gets up to, it should be about a third and about 6 to go. Second and 6. Third and 7. That's what I thought it was. Third and 6, third and 7. Back down to Cat territory. Palumbo lines up next to his ally, number 12, Roberson. Roberson, boom, over to Palumbo. Palumbo chewing it up again. There he goes. Pass for a first down. And some more. It should take the change down to about the 20-yard line on the first down for the Bulldogs. Cats have had their defense on the field probably the longest tonight, and offense for the Bulldogs I've been out there the longest. But, I mean, the Wildcat offense, I'm telling you, they're going to have to maybe start putting something together. That combination between number 12, Roberson, and 42, Palumbo, seems to be working for the Bulldogs right now. Cats dig down defensively to see if they can stop this one. Another flag on the play, and that's probably going to be illegal motion or false start on the Bulldogs. And again, it's really just penalties that's killing the Bulldogs right now. I mean, Oxford's big break is that the stripes are helping them out. That takes it to 6-11. We're first and 15 for the Romeo Bulldogs on another penalty. Again, here we go. The combination, Roberson and Palumbo. Roberson gets it, looks for a pass play out to the end zone, clear and free, down for a touch. No, he drops the ball, but he was free and clear. That was number 31. Aiden Hellenbeck on the close reception there. He was off to the races, but dropped the ball. 5:49 here, second quarter action. Here we go again. Romeo lines up for 2nd and 15 here. Clock on Romeo's side. It's this combination handoff to 33 from Roberson. 33's taking it all the way in for the touchdown, and that will be Joey Badalamenti. He scored earlier in the first quarter. Now he scores another time second quarter here. And again, the Wildcats are going to have a chance to try to march down the field offensively, hopefully. 5:41. Line up for the extra point. He's been 2 for 2. And that makes him 3 for 3 for the extra point. That'll throw him on the board at 21. Cats are down 0 right now as we have 5:41 here in the second period, or second quarter. And I'm not quite sure what's going on. Obviously, it looks like the Bulldogs might have a stronger situation on that side of the field. And Cats are going to have to reach out and start digging deep. Again, 21-0. Start pulling out the trick plays, I would have to say. And they line up the kicking team. Special teams out there on the field again for Oxford. 5:41 here as they get ready to roll on a strong boot from number 21, Mario Del Celso. Falls back into the end zone. That'll bring it out to about the 20, I believe. Cats will get it 1st and 10 here at 5:37 here in the second quarter. Down by 21. We want to welcome the United Shore Professional Baseball League to OCTV. We'll be showing some of their games for the season. We'll pick it up here. I'll tell you more about it in just a second. Cats bobble the ball on that, and it might have gotten recovered by Oxford. I think it did. But they could have lost that one. Again, want to welcome the United Shore Professional Baseball team. Going to be rolling some of them games out. There's only about 10 left in the season, but we're setting up a deal for next year. This is a professional baseball league out of Utica over at the Jimmy John Stadium, and we're going to be rolling out their games. They're pretty cool things. Catch some real baseball along with our softball next year as well. Big things happening at OCTV. 1st and 10, back to it again. Oxford Wildcats seeing what they can do on the offensive charge here. Or shall I say, no, that was a fumble. I guess they did recover it. Roberson with the ball, passes it off, overpass on the end zone. So I guess, Romeo did get that on the fumble. Again, I thought they signaled that they did not, but obviously they did because Romeo's got the ball again deep in their territory. Roberson comes in and gets the play call from the side, and they're going to call timeout to chat some stuff over. But your Wildcats need to chat something out about scoring, I guess. Your friend Jim Hughes with you tonight. Hope you're having a good one. You're watching junior varsity football here on OCTV. Varsity campaign will begin their season over in Romeo at their stadium, and then they'll be back home a week from this Friday. And we pick up Oxford football for the entire month of September. You might want to get yourself down here to the stadium. Again, we're going to give you a few shout-outs here to some of the sponsors for that varsity. We want to thank our friends at the Oxford Bank. We want to thank our friends from Myers and Oxford Health Quest, who's sponsoring the entire home game season for Oxford football. And you could be a sponsor too. Feel free to contact our studios. You can sponsor anything here. We do cover other sports. We cover swimming, junior varsity football. We cover soccer as well. We have a soccer setup as well. Volleyball too. Becky Bannis big on that one, isn't she? Yours truly, Jim Hughes, with you tonight. Dan's wife's helping us out with some of the info. Joe Hewitt on camera. Is he on camera one? Camera uno de nero. And we got the Rover Hollywood out there. And here we go. The team of Roberson and Palumbo. Getting tired of saying those guys' names. Out of the shotgun. Looks to set up a pass play, and he gets intercepted by Oxford on a turnover for Oxford, and he'll get stopped right about the, I'll say 12-yard line, but that'll give him 1st and 10 at 4:52 on the turnover. So that was the first turnover going Oxford's way on that one, on the pass play from Roberson. Good catch on that one. Cats will start offensively way back and deep in their down here by the, I guess, 12-yard line. But it had to be an emotional lift that they got their interception, and the pass it off was complete for the first down, number 9, to Dean Rice, who picks up the first down. Carpenter on the pass. So they field for Oxford marching upfield right now at 4:23. Number 3, Carpenter lining up over center. He's got 2 wideouts and a full backfield. Carpenter gives it off to number 2, Ashudo, who really gets nowhere. It's stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Honestly, I think you should be going to the air right now when you're down 21-0. You should be hitting the air. Dan's wife says he thinks so, and he's seen a lot of these games. He doesn't chew into the apple till halftime. The apple wisdom of Dan's Weiss. And the solo venture of Jim Hugasa. Oh, it's going to be a long game. We got to get some points there. Carpenter over center. Looks what he can go offensively. Looking to pass. He does no protection. Has to dump it off to number 18. There's no, as number 44 on the pressure. Carpenter rolls out, and he has to make a decision within like a second and a half because the entire front line is coming towards him from Romeo. Not getting really a lot of good protection up front. Out of the shotgun, Carpenter. Carpenter holds on to it. He rolls out, still in trouble. He holds it, and he'll get dropped out of bounds at about a 2-yard loss. And again, Bulldogs coming in strong. That should take us down to about 4th and 8. Here comes the punting crew. Number 9 has been out there quite a while tonight. Dean Rice, who punts for the team. Gets a good, healthy boot most of the time. Called on a flag, and it might be too many men on the field. 5-yard penalty. It drops him back. That puts it at 4th and 15, but they're punting it anyway. But they had an illegal substitution that caused the ball to get driven back. Big long boot, and we'll get up to right about the 50. This time it takes a Oxford bounce, and it'll roll down to about the 40-yard line, 39-yard line. So on a pretty healthy boot, it goes back to the Bulldogs once again. See, pretty much the Bulldogs offense all night tonight so far, and you've had heavy defense for the Oxford Wildcats. Defense got to be getting tired here. Defense has been out there pretty much over half of the game. Off to number 33 on the handoff. He gets some good guarding there. He gets up to about the, we'll say 49. He's got about a yard, so it should be about 2nd and 1. 33 on the run from Roberson. Joey Badalamenti, who scored in the first and he scored the 3rd touchdown in the earlier on. At about 2nd and 1. Where they pick up the first down. Roberson and Palombo. Palombo with the ball. Boom, gets first down, and now we're even some more. Now we roll the chains down another set to about the 45. Oxford Wildcats just trying to get something. Well, I mean, the defense has been out there, but when the offense is out there as well, they're being plummeted by the defense of Romeo. Bad bobble on that, but he capitalizes. He gets the pass off anyway to 33 again, and that's enough for a first down for him again. Picking the chains up and rolling down the field. Badalamenti, it was a bad, it kind of bobbled the beginning part, and he ended up capitalizing, though, to number 33. Romeo calls timeout just to rub salt in the wounds. Buck 41 here, we roll into the locker room, and just to remind you that they do have a full concession here on Friday nights. You don't even have to pack anything. Feel free to come on down, grab yourself something to eat while you're watching some football. And they got great popcorn as well. And Buck 41 here, and another great field setup for the Bulldogs. Oxford defense again getting a lot of work tonight. Roberson and Palumbo lining up in the back. That usually means 10. Roberson out of the shotgun. He holds on to the ball, rolls out for what he can get offensively. He got good protection. Throws the ball down for a great pass to number 11, who gets first down and more. We're getting a flag down on the play. Not quite sure if it's going to be holding. We'll see what the shirts have to say. Shirts calling for the Stripes will make the call here shortly, and again, it looks like it might be going against Romeo as they make the walk down farther. It looks like it could be holding. They're not giving any signal here to the booth here what we got going here. Oh, I guess not. I guess it's going to be against... It is against Romeo. And I'm not quite sure why the chain gang moved that far down. And they'll throw the chain gang all the way to the other side. That was another holding penalty against Romeo. And again, it's penalties that are affecting Romeo's loss of yardage tonight, not the Wildcats' defense. Palumbo right up the middle. He gets by a complete bunch of Oxford Wildcats. He gets dropped right about, could be a first down here. Or might be just shy of a first down. And the chain gang will move again for another 10 on that combo between Roberson and Palumbo. Handoff to number 33 as he goes around the right side, gets held by a few Oxford people, Oxford players. 30. It's a combination between 42 and 33. Joey Badalamenti, who scored his first and third touchdown, and Silvio Palumbo. Romeo definitely has that option of going to either guy. But a minute out from our halftime, and we'll be taking a break there. I know we have the, we're going to be cutting away to, I think we're cutting away to something. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, we are. We're doing the something halftime show. We want to thank our athletic director here, man, doing a great job, Tony DeMare, who basically had all the rosters in the broadcast booth for us. We'll have to try to get one next Friday. Minute out, and the Cats are going to be welcoming the locker room, I would have to say. And hopefully they can get out of this one. A little bit of life coming over from the Romeo Bulldog bleacher section. There's some cheers on that side. And 33-42 both in. That's the option that Roberson has. Strong options both. He holds on to the ball, kicks for a pass, boom, and that is caught right there. Number 13, I believe. It looked like Addison Kimmick got that. Either way, they go on the board at 27. You look for the extra point here. And he puts it through the uprights, 28-0 at 55 ticks at the end of getting close to the end of the second. As your Wildcats are getting a bit of trouble tonight here against this strong Romeo team. And yes, we've seen this position before. We've seen the, the receiving team, Oxford, and
Kickoff team, Romeo. They've been out there pretty much most of the game. Number 2 gets the ball. That would be a Shudo. Shudo's going to try to get something going. He gets stopped up right about the 21. 47 ticks to get it down to the end zone. Cats out of the shotgun looking for something. Flag down on the field already. And the ball will go down on the field. We do have a flag. It's in the backfield of Oxford. It looks like it could be holding. Carpenter had the distance, just didn't have anybody near it. Illegal motion. And that's Oxford 5 yards. In a long first and second quarter. Lights starting to come on here a little bit. Seeing a little bit of shadow on the field, but the lights are kicking on. Cats way back deep in their field. Carpenter over a balanced line. He hands off the ball to number 7. Dawson Ballerini, and pretty much gets nowhere. Ballerini still showing it's going to be about a third and about 20 to go. 2nd and 20. Quick offense setup here. Carpenter looking for a long bomb pass. And it's overthrown down here, and that'll be they got about 4 ticks left. They may get another play out of here. And then we're headed to the locker room. Again, earlier tonight, the freshman lost to Oxford. Oxford lost to the freshman of Romeo. Romeo 28 and Oxford 12. Right now, the score with the JV: Romeo 28, Oxford 0. Cats got one more shot at maybe throwing it downfield at 4 seconds left. They're going to be sending everybody out. Out of the shotgun is Carpenter. He finds himself in trouble, as always. Throwing a big long bomb pass out there, and it gets intercepted, but they'll drop him to the carpet. That'll be the end of the second period as we roll into halftime. Cats have a lot to talk about. Romeo 28, Oxford 0. I'm Jim Hughes. I'll be back with the next half of football right after this. And welcome back. Oxford football, junior varsity football from the Oxford Stadium, junior varsity here. The scoreboard says pretty much what's been going on all night. It's the Romeo Bulldogs kind of chewing up on the Wildcats. 28-0 as we roll into the second part of the football game here. Hopefully the Oxford got some inspiration. Again, I think size is the problem here with the Bulldogs. They got a pretty big front line, and it's hard for the Oxford offense to get something going. Carpenter will try to roll out and do something, but then he gets stopped up by the entire line. So hopefully maybe something will happen here. They'll get on the board. 28-0. We start the second half. Oxford's kicking off to the Bulldogs on a boot from Oxford. And that'll get fielded here by number, I think it's, looks like number 2, I believe. And he gets up to about the 45-yard line. That is Alex Kelly on that one, on the carry. Didn't really get to see much of their receiving team because of the fact that it's been kind of back and forth with Oxford. Cooling off a little bit here tonight. Not too bad as the second half gets underway. Lights are starting to hit the field. And we got that combo that we love. Roberson with Palumbo on the move, number 21. He hands off to 33, who gets dropped in the backfield for the first time tonight. Phillips tackles Badalamenti. Badalamenti was off to the races on that move pretty much all night, and he got stopped up this time. So maybe some good conversation with the defense at halftime. It's the combination of Roberson, Badalamenti, and Palumbo. And Roberson will go to either side when he rolls out the ball, and you get about 10 yards. At that time, we stopped him up and drew him for a loss. Roberson on a shotgun, hands off to 42. Palumbo gets stopped and driven out of bounds. Flag on the play. We got some laundry down. And it might be holding against Romeo. Palumbo gets out to right about the line of scrimmage. And we'll see if that's against Oxford and it looks like it's going against illegal motion, holding against the Bulldogs. And that hurts them again. Again, a lot of penalties from the Bulldogs tonight. That's the thing that's really hurting them quite badly right now. If you take a look at the loss of yards for defensive plays or loss of yards with penalties, I'm going to say you're going to have a bigger number with the penalties against the Bulldogs. So that's kind of a break for Oxford. That takes it back to about second, and it looks like about 17. And that's for the first time the Bulldogs have been that far back. Cats defense is digging in. Roberson looks for a pass play, drops it off to number 33. And that, of course, is Badalamenti, who gets up about 5 yards just before the line of scrimmage. Still short about 3rd and 15 yards out. Cats might be showing a little promise here as we roll into the second half of football. Maybe kind of figured out what the offense of Romeo was doing here. Roberson in the shotgun. He's got Palumbo on his right side. 2 wideouts. On the rollout, Cats get him in trouble. He gets stopped up, fumbles the ball. Oxford looks like they get it back. It could be an Oxford ball. Not quite sure. It looked like it took an Oxford, and Oxford recovers on a turnover from Roberson. Another turnover here by Roberson. And the Cats have the ball. Their chance to see what they can do. 2 breaks for Oxford here. Closest they've been on an offensive charge down here past the 50, down now at about the 41-yard line, 1st and 10. 49-yard line, I should say, headed down Oxford side. 28-0 right now. Cats need to get on the board here on this campaign. Rollout for Oxford. He gets stopped up right about, a little bit of a 6-yard gain on that. Number 2 would be a Shudo from Carpenter. Great run on that one. Carpenter comes back for the direction on the play. takes it back over there, see what he can do offensively. Oxford seems like they might be on the march here. Carpenter over a balanced line, hands on, no, he holds on to it for a pass play and gets overthrown. That'll take it down to second and about 4. Carpenter relaying the play to his team to see what they can do offensively. The first chance they've had actually down on their far end here to possibly go on the board. It's been definitely a Romeo night, but 2 turnovers, that's got to be a plus-plus for Oxford right now. Carpenter over a balanced line. He's got one in the backfield, 2 wideouts. Hands off to Ashudo. Ashudo gets plummeted and brought down to the carpet. Like he was off to the races, but he one of the big defensive players for Romeo brought him down. 8:35 here in the third quarter. Looking at 4th and 6. They're going to call for, I guess they're going to send out probably, it looks like it could be a pass play. Shudo comes out of the game right now, so this could be a pass play. And it looks like he's got 2 wideouts there. Carpenter out of the shotgun, looking for some time and some help on. He's in trouble as he has been all night. Going to keep it. They'll get the first down on the slide. It should be first down for the Wildcats. And the chain gang will move. Carpenter took the ball, ran through, and he just got the first down. First and 10 for Carpenter. Bulldogs switch up the defensive line. They've been doing that pretty much a lot of the night tonight, giving their defense a bit of a rest. And again, their defense hasn't really been out there that much tonight. Somebody threw 2 new footballs in. Out of the shotgun, Roberson, number 7 actually for the Bulldogs, and he'll get enough to get a first down. Josh Lockbeiler. So I guess he threw in the secondary offense for the Bulldogs. Lockbeiler in for Roberson, giving his second team a chance here with a 28-0 lead here. Lockbeiler in the shotgun shot, ready? Hands off to number 44, who's off to the races all the way. Wildcats chasing him all the way down, and boom, he got a touchdown. Now we have a running clock. It'll be a running clock from henceforth. Lockbeiler on the handoff and got through a bunch of Wildcats. This should be I believe if he does get the extra point, it goes to a running clock at 35. So we'll see what happens here. And that should pretty much roll it out if they get the extra point here. Again, once you exceed 35, it becomes a rolling clock. Fountain on the hold, and it goes in between the uprights, and now the clock will continue to roll. Again, the house announcer should probably let them know that there'll be a rolling clock from henceforth. 6:25, and again, once the clock starts up until Oxford scores, this game will go pretty fast. It's not baseball. It hasn't rained yet. Oh, no. Again, earlier tonight, your freshman saw a loss too. So Romeo, pretty strong team. I guess they have we talked to one of the gentlemen earlier who was filming the freshman game. They have a young Romeo Bulldog team, as the Oxford team does as well. Big boot out to Oxford as it falls into the end zone it'll come out to the 20. And again, I'm a little confused at why the clock hadn't started yet. Ball on the 25-yard line. 1st and 10. I figured JR would say that sooner or later, yes. So we will see a pretty much fast game develop until Oxford goes up. Now, if Oxford scores, the clock goes back to normal. It's a 35 differential that makes the clock continue on. And again, we're looking into our skies on the far right side. We look behind us, we don't really see any clouds, but we see some rain clouds. Now, again, what would stop the game as well would be any type of lightning. If lightning was to show up, they would most likely stop the game. 5:49 here, and again, the clock continues to run. I guess time is of no essence right now. Again, this is going to be a pretty fast game here if they don't get on the board. Brought down, and I think the chains will move. Asciutto picks up the first down for the Wildcats as they march down the field. Again, we want to mention, this is one last mention here. We're giving these out for free anyway, but we definitely want to thank our sponsors for the upcoming football season in Oxford football, varsity football. We want to thank our corporate sponsor, Oxford Bank. We want to thank Myers, and we want to thank Oxford Health Quest, who have graciously decided to sponsor the varsity football home games. Number 9 on the carry, he gets stopped up, and it will be another first down. Dean Rice gets the first down as they'll roll the chains down the field. As that clock ticks away, and the clock really becomes more of an enemy to the Wildcats. Once again, as I say, with the 35-point deficit, that's kind of what the MHSSA rules entail. And it looked like was that a fumble? I believe that's what it was. I guess he got brought down. It looked like it was a fumble, but no. Again, down to 4:05 already. It just clock ticks away. We have another quarter to get through, but if the Cats don't score, that clock is going to be a big enemy in that fourth quarter, as well as that 35-point score. Pass out to number 7 for Oxford, Dawson Ballerini from Carpenter. And again, we're down to about 3:03, 3:29. Again, it's going to roll out here real fast here for the Wildcats. This game will go expedient. We're starting to get a little bit of wind as it rolls in here, too. We're seeing some dark clouds as well. And I'm not quite sure how that would go. If they would stop it because of lightning and make you wait. Or, is that what it is? Well, let's hope we have no lightning. Not that we want to spend the night. Intercepted by the Bulldogs here. Number 2 for the Bulldogs picks it off in the air. Alex Kelly. Well, I tell you, I mean, I'm not sure how many of these JV games we're going to be covering. Are we doing most of them or not? This is it, really. Anyways, you should come out here. I believe we were chatting. We think they're usually Thursday night. Tonight just happens to be Wednesday. So you have to take a look at the schedule. But your junior varsity plays here at the stadium, too. But we are going to be in full force here for every home game for the Wildcats varsity campaign. Out of the shotgun, number 7, he passes it out, goes through the hands of his intended receiver. That's Josh Lockbeiler, who's the secondary quarterback for the Bulldogs. Lockbeiler he's talking to somebody there before he gets up to the line. Lockbeiler out of the shotgun. Ready to. Lockbeiler holds on to it. He rolls around the right side. He gets stopped up. Cats will drop him at about a 5-yard gain on that. And we're about $1.04 out of the third quarter action. Jump right into the fourth. They'll switch sides. I do believe they'll still switch sides. 55 ticks. It rolls down fast now. Cat's not able to even get on the board as of right. Again, as I say, it's just been one of those nights for the Wildcats. 36 out from the end of this quarter. Lockbeiler in the shotgun. Motion number 33. Hands off to him. We've seen him tonight. He rolls around and picks up a first down plus. And this should be the end of the third quarter. I'm not quite sure they're going to get it rolled out to another play. And they'll switch sides. And we'll have one more quarter to roll through. For the broadcast team here, just want to say thank you to Dan Weiss, our engineer and producer and director. Joe Hewitt, the man on camera 1. And the rover, we call him Hollywood. He's down there on the ground. I haven't seen him in a while, but he always has a camera and he's walking around down there. And they stopped the clock for some reason. That's odd. Why would they do that? I guess there's a bit of a challenge or something going, and they did stop the clock. They're conferring with the Bulldog side. Bit of a wind coming through the back over the broadcast booth here. So 14 seconds at the end of 3 on a clock that should have been rolling. Stripes coming over to talk to Oxford now. What would they call? Oh, they're switching ends. Okay, so they do stop it at 14. When the clock rolls again, it'll roll continue. So down even closer, like Romeo needs that. Lockbeiler out of the shotgun, holds on to the ball, has an Oxford someone chasing him, doesn't catch him, and they'll get pushed out of bounds at about the, I guess I'll say 15-yard line. Lockbeiler went off to the races, ran about 20 yards to get to the 15. And now the fourth quarter will start. They'll flip the ends again. Clock did stop. Once the clock starts up, it'll be non-stop clock until it ends. Okay, here we go. Secondary in for Romeo right now. I was over there chatting for a while. Like, what else can you say? We're going to blindfold you. I mean, Lockbeiler out of shotgun, hands it off, and yes, up the middle we go. Here we go. I believe it's got to be 42. Well, who else would it be? Palumbo on a Lockbeiler handoff. Humble. And the clock is still running at 11:32. And a bobble on the hike, and he'll go down to the carpet. I don't think he even takes a loss on that one. I think we might have an injured Oxford Wildcat out there. He was kind of hitting the carpet like something had happened. Might be a hamstring, but the trainer rolls out, and it looks like he's grabbing his leg right now. Yes? Oh. Go in that room. And we do have an injured player, Oxford Wildcat player, and the clock does stop for that, 11:02. And it looked like when he was got dropped, he looked like he kind of was hitting the ground. I'm not sure what number we have there, but it looks like he's going to get some assistance as he comes off the field. Number 30, I believe it's 34. All the Bulldogs on their knees, respectively, for the Wildcats. Is it 84 or 34, guys? That's 84 for the Wildcats. Nehemiah Phillips, and he looks like he's coming off on his own fruition, and that's good news. And again, you got to thank the Bulldogs. They all hit their knee over there when our Wildcat got hurt. And he should be back to a non-stop clock again here. And it looks like they're going to go for 3. We'll call timeout. Not sure why, but I guess timeout. Oxford calls a timeout on a 35-point deficit. It's the only phone that got lost.
Tell him to quit hassling you.
Hey, how you doing? Well, we had this timeout going here. I don't know what you can do at 35-0. The clock just stopped. Well, Dan, what do you think? Well, we're also going to be covering some other sports through the year. We do cover swimming. We do cover soccer. We cover volleyball. And, oh, yeah, football. We do cover that, too. And now the clock continues. I guess the meeting was about having 3 more points. Joe, you should snag some of this for the bureau for the news. Yeah. I won't do another softball story. No. I hated it. You got the whole team here that does Oxford News, and we had a real long story on the news broadcast this week. It seemed like it was going to be a nice story. It just kind of went south. It's like people were actually making popcorn while they were at home while that story came on. How'd the clock stop again? I don't get it. I thought it's supposed to continue. Let's just get it going. 10:51, 38-0. Boot up there, big boot. They got big boots there in there, Romeo. Oh, he bobbles it, and now he's still having trouble with it. Picks it up and goes on to his back right about the 15-yard line. Number 2 there, I think that's Shudo. That was a Shudo. Shudo plays a lot of spots out there for Oxford, don't he? Where'd Hollywood end up at? He's at the concession stand? See what we got over there. That's still open? I'm thinking of every place I can eat all the way home. Like I'm going to stop at like Wendy's, McDonald's, and Burger King all the same time. Memo to self: bring food or a green apple. Here we go. Oxford. They got a relief. They got their secondary in, number 10. Let's give him full credit. Jonathan Corin. Childress on the carry. Clock continues to roll down as, again, the deficit of 35-0, and this game will end shortly, provided nobody calls timeout. Secondary's in for Oxford, and they did call timeout. Why not? Let's do it. Let's just have another 5 more minutes. Oh, well, 9:09, and we're stopped. But I guess that gives the secondary a little bit of game time, so that's a good thing. That building over there, it doesn't light up over there. We've been looking at that. We were thinking about that side, going in there, and I have no lights in that building. Well, 9:09, still chalking it out here. I don't know what to do. I'm at a loss. Okay, here we go. I think number 10 is the quarterback for Oxford, Jonathan Corin. He's the secondary, so we'll look for Secondary's in for Romeo. They've been in for a bit, but we did have Palumbo on that last play for Oxford or for Romeo. Number 10 over a balanced line. Holds on to it. He gets brought down before he can even think about it. 9-0. Here we go. The clock's rolling again. Third down. I just keep looking at the clock. Number 10 comes in, the secondary quarterback. It's Corin is how you say his name. Jonathan Kokorin. Secondary defense in for the Bulldogs. So it'll give some time for the players that normally don't get out there much, and they're getting a chance to see what it's like. Pitch, handoff, and he gets stopped right there. That'll take it to fourth down. Should be fourth and about 9 or 10. And the clock continues to roll. About 7:41 here, and really, we got a timeout. 7:40. It would just make me ill if we ran out of space. It's just, who called that timeout anyway? Romeo? That's great. I'd like to see 40 tonight. That's what the coach probably said. I'd like to see a 40-point game. How can we do that? Oh, well. What are you going to do? That's good, though, the secondary's in. I mean, Romeo had their secondary in at the beginning of the third. Oxford just put their secondary in. That's, again, the quarterback number 10. I think they might have switched up quarterbacks, too, now. Huh? Did they? Is it? No. Wow. Punting it out of, oh, there we go, another punt. Number 21 gets the reception on the punt, and, well, I guess where he's going. It's not going to be 40. It'll be another 6. That's going to take it up to, I can do math, 44. Oh, it went out of bounds. Really? Well, at least the clock's still going. Someone's going to ice that clock, I know it. I know it's gonna stop. What do we got? You got 1st and 2 to go. Clock's still going. You did? It was worse than that one time we did that one game. It was like from the day before. I mean, by the way, this is from like 5 days ago. No one told you? I'm telling Becky the whole time, I think the scoreboard's wrong. What are we prolonging here? Oh. Did they put a new quarterback in? I don't even know who's playing right now. Here we go. Okay. They're 2 away from, they're going to plow it in. Go for a 2-point conversion. Bling. Hello, they got it. That will take them up to 44. Mr. Hewitt, look at the clock. .44. I think you're going to go for 2 or have it. Or go for. I kick it. Just kick it. In the longest 5:36 it's ever been. He's going to go for the extra point. That should take it to 45. What was that? Offsides? It was offsides. Number 4. Jacob Childress. How can you back it up? It's like half the distance. It'll be a 1 yard line now. Oh, God, I got a sting. And the extra point no good. That'll hold them at 44. .536 left. Romeo leads it by 44 points. And we are waiting to see what happens next. If somebody calls timeout, I think we should just keep the clock running anyway. Prolong the kick. Does this seem like it might be going a little bit longer than it should? Kicks off the ball, long boot for the Romeo, and Oxford gets it. Secondary, he gets stopped, number, look like 44. What number was that? 24? Yeah. I think it was Barrett. Hand off to the Oxford player from number 10, Kokorin. Brings it up to about, I'll say about a 7-yard gain. Second, and it should be about 6. Should be 2nd and 6. Or 4, 2nd and 4. I say we just do the, hey Dan, are we going to do the wrap or just do the wrap break from here from the scoreboard to say what it is and get done? Yeah, that's fine, yeah. What you're hearing, everybody at home, is called editing on the fly. Not too many stations will do that, okay? We tell you how we're going to do it before it happens. Number 4 on the carry, Jacob Childress. 3:41 here as the clock will continue to roll. Don't anybody call timeout. A little bit of a wind coming across the field right now. I'll thank our broadcast team once again, Dan Weiss, Joe Hewitt, and Joe Hollywood. He is out there on the Rover. I'm Jim Hughes. We brought you the entire game almost to its conclusion. We got 3 minutes and 13 seconds. Oxford with the ball. Secondary quarterback, Jonathan Kokorinen. Hands off the ball to number 4, and that would be a gentleman we saw a minute ago, Jacob Childress, getting a few yards on the play. Clock kicks down to about 2:35 here. Oxford will still maintain the ball at a 4th and 1. They got a 1 yard to get that first down. Kokorin over a balanced line, hands it off to number 4, and it looks like he gets stopped up before that first down. Jacob Childress, but it looks like some good chemistry between those two. Kokorin and Childress looks like they're doing, they've done pretty well so far. I guess they do pick it up. So Kokorin on a handoff to Childress, he picks the first down. He fought for it, and he ended up getting it. $1:57, 1st and 10. That would be kind of something if they could get down and score that secondary score for Oxford. That'd be good. $1:33. Again, we are going to conclude it here from there, from the stadium in just a few minutes. And again, I'd have to say both the freshmen and the JV are pretty strong teams for Romeo tonight. Oxford here, going to go back and talk it out. Not every loss is a loss. You can actually pick up some information and find out what you can do better. So once again, we'll be back here again, not this Friday, but the following Friday. We kick it off with Oxford varsity football. That'll be coming up in just about a little more than a week away. Looking forward to that. Kokorin over center. Childress on the backfield there. Looks like a pretty successful combination there. Kokorin rolls out looking for somebody to pass to. He drops it off to... I guess it was a little overthrown. We got about 36 seconds, and the game is going to come to a conclusion. We're going to end it here right from the stadium here. Again, it's been a Romeo night. If you're a Bulldog, you're happy about that. Oxford will go back, talk it out, both freshmen and the junior varsity. It's always a pleasure to definitely be here. Again, I want to thank the sponsors that are going to help us with the varsity coming up. I want to thank Oxford Health Quest. I want to thank Oxford Myers. I want to thank Oxford Bank. They're going to help us with the varsity. Kokorin for one, maybe last time, hands it off to Childress. Childress will roll, and he'll get stopped up. 5-4, and we got about 3 seconds, too. And that'll wrap up the ball game. That'll be 44-0 for our Oxford Wildcats. They'll take a loss on this one. They take a loss on the earlier contest. Again, it's been a pleasure for the broadcast team here. For Dan Weiss, Joe Hewitt, Hollywood Joe, and yours truly, Jim Hughes, I am going to say have a great night. We'll see you again on Oxford Football. Good night, everyone.